Have you ever looked up into that great glowing orb in the sky, at night usually, and said, man, I wish I had a piece of that pie? Well, there's good news for you, because now, thanks to the Diana blockchain user registry, you can do that. You can buy a piece of the moon, you know, for when you want to have a piece of the moon. So let's take a look here. They got a site here at diana.io. And as you can see, they're called the Blockchain Lunar Registry. Isn't that something? The idea behind this is that for the first time ever, now you can own a chunk of the moon and, you know, own it on the blockchain. You know, they have a whole manifesto or white paper and a little video that explains, but it's eerie and boring. So I'll explain kind of what they have to say. But basically, they're saying there's only so much of the moon, right? And lots of folks, you know, eventually are going to start squabbling over who owns that moon. So the question is, you know, why should you register? As you can see, the moon is no longer an object of longing, an imagination, or myth. The moon is the reality of mankind and the future, as well as our joint asset. Register now to score a chunk of that before everybody starts questioning who owns it. Because then when they come out and say, oh, you know, here's the moon. Who owns this piece of the moon? Guess what? It's me, baby. So they've got their own whole system here. They've made their tokenization kind of system. They have their own cryptocurrency. It's called a DIA or a DIA, I'm assuming, because Diana. And it's equal to $1. So really, there's no point in having a DIA when you could just do the $1. Getting in on the Bitcoin craze, I suppose. But that's all right. So what we're going to do today is I thought I'd take you guys through the process of buying a chunk of the moon. So we're going to do that. So, you know, here's the site. We'll take a little peek around here. The way that it works is that each of their cells, which they've divided the moon up to just under 4 billion cells. Each of these cells is about 9,700 square meters. And so what you do is you go to the registry, you find some of these cells, the ones that you want, and then you buy them. And the cool thing about it is that they have this naming convention that they've done. Here it is, moon address. The way that their naming system works is it's a noun, verb, noun kind of system. So I went ahead and I registered a few chunks of the moon. You know, you go to the registry. Here's the moon. It gives you a little moon map, and you can kind of circle around and kind of get a bird's eye view of where you want to purchase. It's worth noting that only the light side of the moon is available right now. But I was in a conversation a little before this, and we discussed that, you know, you really only want the light side of the moon because that's where all the precious resources are. Also, you probably want something near a crater because, again, that's where something smacked the surface of that good globe and deposited some of its good chunks. So anyway, so you zoom in to 100%, and this beautiful high-res image is then, you know, split up into cells. Maybe someday. And from there you can just kind of pick your own cells and then you name them. So I went ahead and I already did this with 10 cells that we've got right here. And if I click on one, it'll kind of show you where it's at. Yeah, look at that. I thought that was a prime piece of lunar real estate. So I've got 10 chunks that 10 little cells here that I'm going to do. I believe, I'm no math magician, but I believe that's 90,000 square meters, which is a lot. No big deal. And so, yeah, I've got these 10 little areas. Worth noting that you can't just buy a single cell. You have to buy at least $10 worth of moon. So they're really, you know, they're charging top dollar, but you know, for a piece of the moon, it's worth it. Am I right? So anyway, you go through, you choose a piece of the moon that you want, you label it, you mark it down as one that you want, you give it a little name, and then you register, baby. And here we go. So you can pay with either PayPal or Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Set up your own wallet however you may. Your DIA coin has been issued. It'll take about 1 hour to verify the issuance, and then what do you know? Your very own Zachy Hennessey has a big old chunk of that big old cheese in the sky, they call it. So that's great. So anyways, if anybody wants to take a visit to Butt Hump Crevasse, you know, I'm the guy to email, or you could tweet at us at BLOCKTV News, and let us know. Hey, I'm getting on Elon Musk's SpaceX tourism ship, and I'm looking for a place to visit on the moon. Where should I go? Well, I recommend Butt Hump Zone. It's a great place, fun for the whole family, and there you go. Now you can go out and buy a chunk of the moon yourself at Diana.io, or keep it locked to Block TV, and we'll keep giving you quality news and information, reviews of stuff such as this. My name is Zachy Hennessey. See you later.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.